Mindanao in the southern Philippines has witnessed decades of armed conflict, which has affected people's lives and livelihood. Far-flung and conflict-affected areas, including the Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao, or ARMM, remain poor, hampering sustainable and inclusive development.
As a victim of a long-running conflict, they feel that they are worthless when they are unable to help their family. Parents are helpless to send their children to school. So they lost dignity and self-respect. So these are the things that we want to restore. We want to restore not only the trust and confidence between the protagonists in this conflict, but we also want to restore the dignity and self-respect of the communities on themselves.
To address poverty, to build peace, and to promote decent work, the Program for Local Economic Development through Enhanced Governance and Grassroots Empowerment, or PLEDGE, was introduced to conflict-affected areas in Mindanao. PLEDGE is the first enterprise program of the Bangsamoro Development Agency and the International Labor Organization funded by the Mindanao Trust Fund. The PLEDGE approach, through an integrated methodology, brings together components that create and provide sustainable livelihood and skills training, focusing on community-based enterprises with higher market linkages and enhanced support of network and services. Build the capacity of the Bangsamoro Development Agency as the local development agency to monitor, evaluate, and upscale livelihood interventions. And lastly, create community ownership to maintain and further develop sustainable livelihood that will result to peace building.
We were 100% combatants before. We have put aside our guns because this is a program for the Bangsamoro community. It has changed the way we value things, and we have learned how to run a project. If operated and managed well, then we will all benefit and succeed.
PLEDGE adopts the Local Economic Development, or LED, ILO's tested approach as the overall strategy. Enterprises identified by the community were developed through trainings, strengthened using value chains to increase access to markets, and enhanced through entrepreneurship development programs.
The PLEDGE program is a system development itself. We develop a system, we develop a methodologies, we test it to the community, we validate it, and then we go to reflection workshop to assess which of the tools and the systems developed were not applicable and applicable. We change those that are not applicable to the applicable ones.
Mai Sara is the president of Salam Care Group Association, an all-women's people's organization in Polomolok, Coronadal, South Cotabato. Before the project came, Mai Sara says that the women in their community were not much engaged in economic and productive activities. Now, they have realized their potential to manage their livelihood and to help build their community.
The program had a good impact on the community chain. We buy our raw materials locally, so we don't need to go out. We also learn to market and promote our products through Facebook. We enter establishments to give free samples, and now we supply banana chips in Polomolok, in the restaurants and shops along the highway.
People's organizations undergo trainings and certifications to build their capacity, as well as improve their knowledge and skills on sustainable livelihood. Using the ILO's Start and Improve Your Business, or SIYB, and the community-based enterprise development as appropriate tools, people recognize the importance of developing their skills, using tools such as bookkeeping, marketing their products, and managing a business. Morsid is the 18-year-old president of the strongly united Coronadal Proper, or Socorro, catering services in South Cotabato. He sees the value of the ILO's Start and Improve Your Business to their community.
Isa po na naitulong ng
One of the
Pledge sa
things we
amin
gain from
is yung
Pledge is
tinatawag
what we
na
call the SIYB, or Start and Improve Your Business.
Kasi parang
Because
yung
everything's
lahat,
there.
Marketing,
Marketing, finance, through numbers, everything regarding business.
Regarding sa business, ma'am.
They don't have much previous experience of running business or understanding what it takes to manage the small businesses. So this was pretty much a new experience, as they can see that they can better control the cost and profit. So they are now better motivated, and they see the reason why it is needed.
The Bangsamoro Development Agency, or the BDA, is the development arm of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, or MILF, mandated to lead, manage, and determine relief and rehabilitation in conflict-affected areas of Mindanao. The project identified BDA as its key local partner, since the agency has prior experience in community development and social mobilization and deployment of the Mindanao Trust Fund.
We believe that we could be able to sustain these community interventions if we will be able to teach people on how to enhance their livelihood and create employment in the community. It was the World Bank, the International Labor Organization, that helped us on how to consolidate this idea and arrive at a program that is called Pledge.
The capacity building of the agency targeted staff development and the agency's capability to implement, monitor, and evaluate projects. It also serves as an essential link to the communities to establish partnerships with the national, regional, local, and government agencies, non-government organizations, private sector, business development providers, training organizations, and civil organizations for sustainable enterprise and livelihood.
We in the BDA, we believe if you capacitated the people, no matter what they have, resources, but if they capacitated, have a skill, has a knowledge, that's the guarantee they can improve their programs. Even they don't have enough capital, but with the commitment, with the belief that they can do for their sustainability, that program for them can help them to align their thinking into more peaceful community.
Dito namin na ipapakita.
Through this project,
As Bangsamoro
we were able to show as
Development
Bangsamoro development workers
Gaano kagaling
how good
ang
Moros
isang
are in implementing projects,
Gaano kasincere,
how sincere,
gaano
committed, and dedicated we are in serving our community.
serve sa community.
Muslim or non-Muslim community.
Gusto namin ipakita yun.
Rosana is the president of the Vegetable Production and Hauling Services in Pigkalagan, Maguindanao Province. Leading an association dominated mostly by men poses no issue to her. At present, her main concern is how to recover from last year's calamity and drought.
We lost a lot due to the drought. We need to have an alternative solution so that we can plant again. What we are doing now is to save what we earn and use it to buy our own machine.
Pledge also promotes the importance of being more responsive to the needs of the community, and at the same time, for the people to value their livelihood through an enhanced community ownership. A concrete example of this is the initiative of a village official to help transport and promote products in other areas outside their own community.
If they want to bring and sell their products to another community, I let them use my truck to transport their products. That is my counterpart to help them.
25. To secure buy-ins and ownership, communities invest in local resources, coordinating directly with BDA and other implementing agency partners to ensure development and to sustain their livelihood.
Our goal is to create more bamboo fish pens, and when you have a lot of them, you catch more fish. They bring the fish to the city and sell it there. We already have customers who regularly buy from us. Our neighbors buy our fish as well. That's where we bring our fish.
Our association hired more people to increase employment in our community. More people employed locally, even senior citizens in a furniture shop. There's no discrimination whether you're a Christian or a Muslim. They make you feel that you belong and that the main focus is how to implement the project.
Emphasizing on the project's participative approach, government agencies are also involved as partners to facilitate skills development and to help communities address challenges.
Meron tayong tinatawag na Seed Capital Fund.
We have a seed capital fund. We can grant them the seed capital fund for a maximum of 10,000 pesos per beneficiary.
Yung pwedeng may bigay. Ipapautang natin sa
We can let them borrow without interest for a year.
Walang interest.
Beyond the training and knowledge gained, these enterprises and livelihood are not only established to profit, but also to improve the lives of the people and the community as a whole.
So nung dumating yung pledge,
Through Pledge, I am now more empowered as a woman. I realized my potential and became more confident on what I can do. The trainings provided more knowledge and ideas for women and mothers like us that we can use not only for our business, but also on what we do. It's more on self-empowerment for me.
Para sa akin.
Ito is 12.
Siguro sa pagkakaisa, siguro nagkaroon kami ng pagkakaisa.
We are now more united in the community. We were able to build good relations and work together. We learned to understand each other despite our differences.
I am now more confident, and people should not be shy in business because that won't get you anywhere.
I was not used to getting along with others. I was always shy. I felt I can't do it, or it was hard for me. But now I am more confident. You have to show your capacity. If others can do it, then I can do it too.
Into the design of whatever new...
I heard from, for example, Christian members of the community that before the project, they used to be scared of the Muslims. They coexisted, but they were not really engaging with each other. They're now a part of the same enterprise where they do business together, and then some of them confessed that their perspective about Muslim have changed. Perhaps in looking at those cases, the project actually empowered people.
Pledge has truly empowered the communities affected by the continuous armed conflict in Mindanao. Much is still needed to be done. Its purpose and work doesn't end here. The project has successfully taken the initial steps by creating sustainable livelihood and skills training, building the capacity of the BDA, and enhancing community ownership. Pledge helped restore dignity and confidence of the people. In crucial times, more hands and hearts are needed to address decades of poverty, conflict, and inequality, and to fully realize a better and peaceful Mindanao towards sustainable and inclusive development.